Part 2 Stage 15. In fact, after completing her first movie, Ophelia's first new idea after months of deep recuperation was to write yet another story and start filming her next project. And as Joe has told her before, usually a frank and sincere writer's first story is likely to be about his own life, and starting from his second going would then be his first original story. Taking this as a lesson, Ophelia told Joe that she wanted to write a story about the male lead from her first movie after leaving the world. Although it can be said to be a sequel to the previous film in terms of characters, but at the same time it is also a brand new story with a completely different direction. This idea is actually good and sellable, but here comes the question. Even if the story is written, where came the actors? The female lead from the last film has left the city to develop her career, so even if Ophelia played the male lead again, there are still no more actor for her to work with. Where is the production staff? The BFF production assistant had already been revealed to be a spy, so of course she is not going to come to help again. And the two photographers who are purely coveting her beauty won't be so stupid enough to come to help again, as they knew that under Joe's surveillance like last time they could never be able to get a piece of Ophelia. Also, her relatives Filipino and Indonesian domestic helpers can't come to help again and again. And the most important and most realistic question, where came the money to film a new story? The two of them had exhausted most of their savings in the last production. So after Joe carefully explained that the only reason that the last production was able to be completed was only due to a series of lucky happenings bestowed by God, coupled with a series of extremely right timing, place and people. So after she'd listened to Joe's words, Ophelia temporarily dismissed the idea. But being Ophelia, a freelance photographer who has creative blood running through her body, it is useless to try to stop her from doing this. So after more than half a year, the femme fatale director strikes again. She is working on yet another project again, but this time the difference is that she was going to shoot a MV for a song. Where did the idea of Ophelia filming an MV came from? This is because one day during the winter after filming her first movie, she suddenly remembered a Chinese Western mixed man she saw when she was studying in North America, because she remembered hearing him breathe and was then, so she intuitively felt that he should be singing, and at around the same time, she also remembered witnessing a Christian Chinese boy who had a golden holy glow shone onto his face while he was playing the piano. She also intuitively felt that he should be a talent for making music, so Ophelia contacted these two people through social media and explained her intentions to them. Afterwards, the two boys also echoed in unison, so Ophelia asked the golden boy to start writing new songs and at the same time asked the breathing boy to take online singing and music lessons with Joe 1 day per week, because Ophelia's grand plan was to form a cantopop group with these two people as a lyricist and create 3 songs with them, then filmed all 3 songs together into one MV under a strong plot, then release it on a streaming platform. So during the 2 or 3 months in late winter and early spring, they were all working very hard on both sides of the Pacific Ocean. In the end, the songs was written. Ophelia had also finished the lyrics and Joe also instructed the singer to record the song remotely, then he mixed them as well. However, when everyone was preparing for the filming of the MV together, they had a dispute during the preparation process because of different goals and ideas for the shooting, and the work ended in abort. Ophelia felt very regretful about this incident. So subconsciously she always wanted to finish filming MV. Well, Ophelia and Joe has been resting for several months by now, and their financial ability has been moderately restored. And we knew by now that if you want songs, Joe, who has been writing songs for many years, naturally still has a few unpublished songs, but the singer was actually a gift sent to Ophelia as she visited one of the island's beauty parlor. She found out that the daughter of the owner of the beauty parlor is a little girl who can and loves sing and dance. So what are you waiting for, Joe? Start working. So Ophelia asked the little girl A to come to her home on the island every Saturday morning for classes with Joe. She would then cook some interesting dishes, and Joe would start teaching her singing skills and music theories. This smart little girl's progression was very smooth, and before we know it, it was already time for the little girl to begin her summer holiday, and also the MV's production finally started. With experience from the last production, Ophelia decided to avoid all personnel problems in this production, so the team only has her as the director plus photographer plus lighting artist plus makeup artist, and Joe as the producer plus production assistants plus film scoring plus sound effects plus editing plus the human flesh mobile storage box. The little girl A is the singer and the female lead of the MV. Also, the little girl A's personal Filipino domestic helper is the temporary production assistants for production. This ultra-small production team only took 3 shooting days plus another half day of studio recording to successfully complete the entire production, with only a few difficulties and minor glitches during the entire process. So the MV was released on the streaming platform on the last day of the summer vacation that year. The 15th stage Boys Side song is a song about the feeling of a young girl stepping into the colorful world for the first time.
Yeah.